A new batch of documents related to the Epstein case, released by the U.S. Department of Justice, includes 3 million pages of documents, 2,000 videos, and 180 photos.
We know that Epstein collected powerful people the way others collect frequent flyer points, but the receipts are now in public, and some might wish they'd traveled less.
The American left hoped that disclosed documents from the Epstein case would contain scandalous information about U.S. President Donald Trump, but again, nothing of the sort happened.
I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left.
Donald Trump's political opponents have been trying to link him to the Epstein scandal for years, but all they have proven is what everyone already knows. Namely that the two men knew each other. This text is from 2009, in which the victim's lawyer calls Trump a hero, because it was Donald Trump who contacted the victim's lawyer and disclosed details after Epstein was expelled from his Mar-a-Lago estate. If it weren't for Donald Trump, if it weren't for the facts described in the book in 2009, the truth about this would not have come to light. What's more, Epstein was arrested during Trump's first term, and the details were revealed during his second term. Many names appear in the Epstein files, but that does not mean that they all have anything to do with his criminal activities, such as the exploitation of underage girls. This is the case with Elon Musk, who was invited by Epstein to his island without success. I had very little correspondence with Epstein, and declined repeated invitations to go to his island or fly on his Lolita Express, but was well aware that some email correspondence with him could be misinterpreted and used by detractors to smear my name. I don't care about that, but what I do care about is that we at least attempt to prosecute those who committed serious crimes with Epstein, especially regarding heinous exploitation of underage girls. Among the big names appearing in the case files and attending Epstein's parties, including those on his famous island, are Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and former U.S. President Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton in particular, although there are many indications he knew Epstein very well and attended his parties, has regularly refused to give official explanations and claims he is being unfairly attacked. The Epstein scandal is an incredible story of detachment, degeneration, and what happens to the super-rich, super-influential establishment that feels it is above all human and divine laws. While the Americans are trying to assign each other responsibility, the scandal is once again affecting public life in the UK and hitting Keir Starmer's left-wing government. Former minister and former ambassador to the United States, Lord Peter Mandelson, has just resigned from the Labour Party after a new batch of documents revealed photos of him in his underwear in Epstein's Paris apartment. The documents also strike yet another blow to a member of the British royal family, former Prince Andrew, who had already lost his title and withdrawn from public life in connection with the Epstein scandal.
Well, I think it shows, from the point of view of the palace, they had to do something to separate Andrew from the rest of the family, and the nuclear option was the clearest way of doing it. And, as more comes out, then, you do feel that they have been justified.
Many threads in the Epstein case point to his possible connections to intelligence services. The question is, which countries? On the one hand, Epstein had connections to people in the Kremlin, but a new batch of documents reveals Epstein tried to establish closer relations with the Russians, including Vladimir Putin. One of his contacts was Vitaly Churkin, Russia's permanent representative to the UN, who died suddenly in 2017 in New York. To know anything for sure here, we have to wait for some conclusions. For now, it's mostly speculation, based on the fact these materials contain information that Epstein tried to establish relations with Vladimir Putin. One of the emails from September 11, 2011, an anonymous intermediary with whom Epstein was in contact, wrote to him, "Spoke with Igor. He said last time you were in Palm Beach, you told him he had an appointment with Putin on September 16th, and that he could book his ticket to Russia to arrive a few days before you." Another email indicates Epstein used a plane previously used by the CIA. Still other documents indicate Epstein provided detailed information about personnel changes in the Kremlin to former Israeli Prime Minister and Defense Minister Ehud Barak, with whom he had a close relationship. Epstein allegedly committed suicide in 2019 in a New York prison cell while awaiting trial. But his character still arouses great emotion and many new questions.